Right, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash.
Okay, double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us the truth through the Holy Spirit. And a sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to you, Akim, across the four corners of the earth, pushing this knowledge of truth and this sincerity. All right, with the brothers from the Gms Az Camp, Lord will, back out here on the highways and byways to bring forth another edifying lesson to the sheep of Yahweh Yahushai, man. And we just gonna jump right into it.
Zechariah 10:1 says, "Then I looked, and behold, in the firmament that was above."
Zechariah?
Oh, that's Ezekiel. No, Zechariah 10.
Yep. Zechariah 10, verse 1.
Zechariah 10:1. Ask ye of Yahweh rain in the time. Ask ye of Yahweh rain in the time of the latter rain.
Right. So you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all right, we should be asking of the Lord rain, okay, in the time of the latter rain, right? Well, what's the time of the latter rain, man? When you think about the latter rain, you're talking about like around the springtime, okay? And this rain, when you go into the scriptures and you see the word rain or you see the word waters, okay, it's speaking about the true understanding of this truth, okay, through the Holy Spirit, all right? And in these latter times when we're seeing all this evil in this world, we're seeing that we're inching closer and closer to end time prophecies that signify the end of this world.
That's right.
Then you should be asking for the latter rain. You should be asking for the Lord to give you that knowledge, that wisdom, that understanding that's going to keep you stable in these times to come, all right? The latter rain, you think about the springtime, what happens in the springtime? You know, you have plants that start to grow, you know, flowers that start to bloom. You know what I'm saying? You had animals that come out of hibernation. That's people waking out of sleep, man. These are things that happen during the time of the spring, man. You want to be asking for that latter rain, all right? You want to be asking for that latter rain. Keep going.
It says, "So Yahweh shall make bright clouds and give them showers of rain to everyone, to everyone grass in the field."
Right. So hold that. If you could give me Isaiah 44, because this is a precept, okay, to that scripture, man.
In Isaiah 44:1, it says, "Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
God.
Thus saith the Most High that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen."
Right. That word Jeshurun goes into upright one, okay, which is, you know, representing Israel, okay. So we know that the Israelites are the chosen of Yahweh Yahushai, okay? Right now, he got men out on the highways and byways out here pushing this truth out throughout the four corners of the earth, all right? That's the showers. The Lord right now is giving you all showers of that rain, all right? And only the elect are going to have a mind that are going to be given that Holy Spirit to receive it in these latter times. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Joel 2:29, "And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit." And that's what the brother's going into. The pouring out of the spirit is basically compare that to the rain. Because the Lord is causing the understanding to be on this earth for certain men. Right? It said Paul watered, right? But the Most High gave us the increase. So that's what you're seeing, man. Brothers are watering, right? And that water that we're using is from the Lord, from the heaven. Right? He poured it on us and we poured it on other men. But the Lord's giving an increase. That's why you see brothers waking up.
That's it, man. Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of James chapter 5:7. It says, "Be patient therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and has long patience for it, until he received the early and latter rain."
Beautiful, man. That's beautiful, man. Run that back again, Baba Kushan.
This is James chapter 5:7. "Be patient therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and had long patience for it, until he received the early and latter rain."
Right. And we're living in prophetic times because you're seeing this play out, man. You know, the Lord set everything up for a time and a season. That's why you have this word going out in the magnitude that it is, okay? Because we're living in a time where the Lord is sending out his final warnings before he's going to bring forth a great judgment. And he's flipping that switch in the minds of the elect through the preaching of the word. So we come out here on these highways and byways to warn our people of what's to come, man, and to call them back to repentance, to come back to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and to righteousness, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 44:3 says, "For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty."
See, he said, "For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty," man. All of those that are out there, you know, you Jakes that are thirsty, the Lord is pouring out his water upon you, man. He's making it available to you. And it's up to you to receive it. Okay, go ahead, bro.
This is we're talking about water. Yahushua likened the truth to living waters. Right? This is John 7:37. It says, "In the last day, the great day of the feast, Yahushua stood and cried, saying, If any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believeth on me, as the scripture says, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." Man.
Out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. All right. So brothers is constantly putting up videos. Brothers is constantly making an effort to try to edify the sheep of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Why? Because the Lord's Spirit is upon us. You see? The Lord's Spirit is upon us, man. There's a scripture that says, man, what's the scripture? If a brother could look it up, it says, "Therefore I have spoken." I can't remember exactly where it is. I believe, therefore I have spoken, man. Because the Lord had put his spirit upon certain men, all right, and then out of their belly is flowing the understanding of the truth. We're now opening up the book and we're breaking it down to our people so they can receive that understanding. Go ahead, bro.
Psalms 116:10. "I have believed, therefore have I spoken. I was greatly afflicted."
That's it, man. I believe, therefore I have spoken. All right? So that's why we out here on these highways and byways lifting up our voice like a trumpet. All right? Because we believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is a show of our faith. See? Go back to that Isaiah.
Isaiah 44:3. "For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring. And they shall spring up as among the grass, and as willows by the water."
Right, and that grass is symbolic of the Israelites. All right? So the Lord is pouring out those waters upon his seeds, man. Okay? It says, "And they shall spring up among the grass as the willows by the water courses." Verse 5.
Verse 5 says, "One shall say, I am the Most High, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob."
See, and that's what's happening. Our people are waking up. All right? Our people are now cleansing their ways through the preaching of the word. Okay, by receiving these waters. You see what I'm saying? Now Israelites are turning away from their wickedness, man. You got a portion, you got a remnant that are turning away from the wickedness, man. You go into that movie, they clone Tyrone, and it shows how our people is wicked, and they're conditioned. They're set up in a construct where they're conditioned to be wicked. And then you have those disruptors that come along, okay, that turn away from all of that, which Esau Edom didn't expect. All right, that's what you're seeing when you see the elect men and out there pushing the word, and you're seeing our people wake up, man. You see? Go ahead with your precept.
Quick one to build off that scripture. It says, so Isaiah 51:12, "I, even I, am he that comforteth you. Who art thou, that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and the sons of men which shall be made as grass?" So it said you should spring up as willows. That's what it said. Willows among the
willows
grass.
by the water courses.
Yeah, willows by the water courses. Can you read it again?
It says, verse 4, it says, Isaiah 44:4, "And they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the water courses."
And a willow is a what? A tree, right? So it's a bigger plant than the grass, and that's what the Lord is making us. He's making us flourish among what? The grass, which are the nations of men, right? And now brothers are sitting there shining better than everybody else, man, because what? We're walking in wisdom and knowledge. And it's like, the people, they'll look at us like we ain't nothing, but then they start moving around us and they're so intrigued because they can't put a finger on, why is this dude different?
Yeah.
Why is he moving this way? Why doesn't he get down like we get down? Right? And it causes them to draw in and try to figure you out.
That's it. Beautiful. Ayat, you got something?
Yeah, combo. Matthew 13:16. "But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Some people say they're always blessed and highly favored, but this is the true meaning of blessed, man. For those eyes to see, for those ears to hear, and we have accomplished that. Now what? We share the blessing. All right. The scripture says many are called, but few are chosen. So it starts off with just hearing that call first and foremost, man. One step at a time. Hear the call, then most likely you'll be, Lord willing, you'll be chosen.
That's beautiful. The water, man. As a matter of fact, let's finish off that Isaiah 44 and 5.
It said, one shall say, I am the Most High, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob. Another shall subscribe with his hand upon the Lord, unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel.
Right, and that's the awakening, man. You know, that's the awakening that we see that's currently taking place in the earth.
Well, that's it, Ezekiel 37, the dry bones.
That's it.
That's exactly what's going on right now. That's it, going on to the widows. That's all just from the first chapter. Talk about the blessed man. You have the widows, willow tree. If you Google willow tree, you'll see that it just grows in overabundance.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like most times fire, like a body of water, it goes like it overflows.
Yeah.
It just showers upon itself. So that's how we are when we have this word. We are the zone.
Hey, con. And then so we talked about the rain and the waters. Get that in Ephesians.
This is Ephesians chapter 5 and 26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
See, he might sanctify and cleanse it by the washing of water by the word. All right, this word has the power to cleanse you, man. The power to make you into a new being through the Holy Spirit. You know, you hear the word, and then you start to turn away from things that you once knew. You know, you start to put on that new man. You start to become a whole new creature. You know, this through the preaching of the word. So this thing that we're doing out here is very powerful. It's a very powerful thing, and it's impacting everything that we see on this earth. It's impacting it, and you know, the brother had quoted the scripture that Yahweh Shah gives the increase, man. But hey, we doing what we gotta do in pushing the word to edify the elect, to touch the elect. Right, we're chanting down Babylon and hastening the coming of the Lord. You know what I mean? We're telling these other nations of their judgment. All right, and we're bringing out the prophecies, man, because that's the spirit of the Lord. We're bringing out the prophecies. We're talking about the World War III. All right, we're connecting the current events to what's written in the scriptures. All right, and we're making all of these things plain upon tables for our people. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, this is a very powerful thing that's going on with men that are out there on the highways and byways with the understanding of the scriptures. All right, is there more on that?
There's a little more. When we get 27, and it says that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish.
And that's the elect. See, the elect are going to be covered by the blood of Yahweh Shah. Okay. Hey, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory, but the Lord has a remnant that are going to be covered, okay, who are going to be considered blameless, okay, through the blood of Yahweh Shah. Okay, and that's the elect. Those are the ones that he's sanctifying and consecrating right now in these latter times, man. As a matter of fact, get me let me see. Yeah, let's bring out that song. The brothers say they have precepts. Somebody have precepts?
Look at that, John.
Okay, go ahead and bring out that John.
All right, this is John chapter 7 and 38.
Oh no, we already got that.
All right.
But you can't get 1 John 1 and 9. You want some water? All right, I'll get
This is
that.
1 John. What did you want?
1 John 1 and 9.
Chapter 1 and verse 9. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness.
Right. So repent, okay? Repent, because Yahweh Shah is very merciful power. All right, he'll forgive you for your sins, man. We went into this in a lesson the other day. You know, we can't let our sins, weigh us down or condemn us, man. You see what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. What you want to consider is the latter end. You know, you want to consider the end of the matter. We all have made mistakes in our past. You know, and if Yahweh Shah considered the sins of our past, man, a lot of us will be through. You see what I'm saying? A lot of us will be through, and but the Lord, he got those that He's gonna cover. So we're telling our people, hey, come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're pushing repentance into our people. You see what I'm saying? And cleanse your ways. Turn away from the wickedness and turn back unto righteousness before the doors of mercy are closed. All right?
Scriptures talk about being forgiven for sins. It says who's more grateful, those that have been forgiven for more sins or less. So we come back, we reflect about the dark path that we've been down, man. So we're very grateful. So we show how grateful we are by being out here, man. All right, by fishing and bringing more sheep in. When you bring sheep in, it says that's how you it's a covering for your sins also. Like charity says, this brother tell me what that scripture says. Charity covers a multitude of sins. Also bringing more sheep in also covers a multitude of sins as well.
There's a parable that Yahweh Shai spoke in Saints that, man, about forgiving of debts.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
So Yahweh Shai taught that.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
What I was saying earlier, like I said, yeah, this truth is honestly is life changing at the end of the day. I'm going to real quick. This is Ephesians 4, verse 22. And it reads that you put off concerning the former condition, the old man, but it's corrupt according to deceitful lust. Because honestly, this truth gives you meaning, gives you purpose in life, man.
Right.
Because you were before, even the most wicked ass dude imaginable. But listen, Lord called you to this truth. Hey, that person is no longer you. Who we were before, what kind of bullshit you were before, that doesn't matter. Then also you come to this truth, it's honest life because now you live to a standard, live to a code.
Right. Yeah.
Keep on, and it reads, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and they put on the new man, which after Yahweh was created in righteousness and true holiness.
Beautiful.
So you're separate. Now you're separate from the Lord. Now you're not doing the same shit like the brother said earlier. Like now you don't move like everybody else. Like man, like why am I acting like this? Like why are you doing the same shit we're doing?
Yeah.
Because we got this word. We know that we're supposed to stay away from folly.
Yeah.
Well, this truth should give you maturity, man.
Yeah.
Because the things that we're doing in the world, those were vain and hedonistic things that we're doing, man. And so when you come into this truth, you basically you know the real ways and what it takes to be a man. I got this real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. So when there was a child that spake of the child, I understood the child. That's how we were in the world, man. We had a childlike mentality, and we were believing everything that was told to us, man. Because I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things, man. The part of put away those childish things is like the brother said, you do away with all the folly and bullshit that you was doing in the past, man. And there's a greater sense of responsibility and maturity within yourself, man. Because now you're living for a purpose. You know that fucking Joel Osteen, purpose-driven life, man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. We live with a purpose and we live with obligation, man. And that purpose and obligation is to our power, man.
That's right. That's right.
Just to back up the brother Ayak, this is 1 Peter 3 and 9. It says, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, an holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shew forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light, which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of the Most High, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy."
Right. See? So I want to go back through that precept, bro, because right, the Lord has taken us out of darkness and have given us this glorious light, meaning this truth. All right, so now we can navigate through the darkness. We're still amongst the darkness, but we're able to navigate now. You know, run that back for me, Papa Michelle.
1 Peter 3 and 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, an holy nation, a peculiar people.
And the brother could grab that word in the blue letter. Okay, says that we're a peculiar people, man. 1 Peter 3 and 8. Come on. If a brother could grab that word real quick, let's bring that out.
Yeah, I got it, man. It's for that word for peculiar in the blue letter. Just like you slowed a bit. All right. It says that's It's in 1 Peter 2:9 for the word peculiar.
Is there anything
And
there?
it means, it says, on the Strong's it says a primary preposition to so like it says to or into, indicating the point reached or entered. It says purpose.
They ain't really got nothing there.
Nah, it says towards.
Get the
for, among.
Google definition. Get the Google definition of the word peculiar.
I'll try the etymology too.
Nah, go. But see, we're
already got the
a
peculiar.
holy priesthood, man. A chosen generation. Go ahead, bro.
So this is from the etymology for the word peculiar, and it says belonging exclusively to one person.
God.
It says special,
Yeah.
particular.
And if I may say, brother, it's going into brothers having different gifts, having different spirits.
Yeah.
Brothers coming from different walks of life have different stories to tell, if you will. And this is a priesthood, and this is actually fighting against a left-hand priesthood that is on the earth that we know about. Okay, whether they try to call themselves the Illuminati or secret societies or whatever the case. I mean, it's really off-brand of what we're doing.
Right.
See, because Esau's always he's always trying to mimic the Most High.
Everywhere.
Okay, but this is a holy priesthood, man, and every brother in here has is a member in particular.
Right.
So, and we weren't a people, but now we're a people, man.
Yeah.
Because we've been called out of darkness, we've been given this light, and we show praises, man. All praise to Yahweh Shini outside that we're out here on the highways and hedges teaching our people, being examples to the best of our ability.
Right.
Okay?
Hey, Gold, this is the word peculiar in the Webster's 1828.
Alright.
And I recommend brothers get that Webster's 1828 app because the definition there, they got like Bible references in there, man.
Okay.
So this is the word peculiar in the Webster's 1828. It says appropriate, belonging to a person and to him only. And then you go down to the fourth definition, belonging to a nation, system, or other thing, and not to others. Like the brother said, this is like a priesthood on the left-hand side. Right? Yeah. So basically, the word peculiar, it means that you are basically belonging to the Most High. You're a special people belonging to the Most High.
That's right. Right. And only the Israelites can say that. Only the Israelites can say that, man. I want to get back into that Zechariah 10. You want to present?
Zechariah 10 and 2. It says, "For the idols have spoken vanity, and diviners have seen a lie, and told false dreams. They comfort in vain. Therefore they went their way as a flock. They were troubled because there was no shepherd."
Right. And so this is ultimately going into our people, man. Our people and what has taken place with us. I want to go back through that precept from the top, man. It says, "For the idols have spoken vanity, and the diviners have seen a lie." All right, going into all of this false shit that we've taken in, been over here in this captivity, man. All of the and it's a whole bunch of false shit going out now. It's people that's telling you that the MOTB is sin. You see what I'm saying? These are diviners, man. These are false prophets. Okay, they telling you and feeding you all kinds of lies, man.
Yeah, you go back when it started off. What did they start? They started with the Christian church. They tried to use them as a movement to draw Jake in and everybody going on the same beat to some form of righteousness. So what happened? You got Martin Luther King that told you he wanted you to assimilate with everybody. Look how well that did you. And after that, you had the Black Panthers.
Yep.
That shit got fucking infiltrated and destroyed, broken up.
Yep.
After you had the Black Panthers, then you had what? You had after the Black Panthers, you had what? Marcus Garvey coming out. You had the Nation of Islam. And after the Nation of Islam, then they just jumped ship and they went a whole different direction, man. Right? Jake has always been looking for something. This is why they put it in movies. You always had that nigga in a movie that's always into some new shit.
Yeah.
right? What's going on with my brother? Being black, being pies and shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Not subconscious.
Right, right. Our people are constantly being led astray, okay? See, they're looking for something. It's something in their spirits that got them looking for answers, because ultimately they look around and they see that the current condition of our people, and they looking at it and they like, man, something fucked up, something ain't right. And then our people going to search for looking for answers, man. They constantly being led astray, man. And Romans 11:7, real quick.
Hey,
Brother, you grab that.
Hey, Conbro,
Ezekiel 34.
that's our people, you know, they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge, man.
Right, right.
Okay, so they got a zeal, man. So they have like a passion to find something, man. But they always, find the wrong thing.
Yeah, but see, the elect are gonna be led to the truth. They're gonna find it, man. It's the election are gonna obtain it. Get that Romans 11:7, Bob, shot real quick.
I got that.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Romans chapter 11 and verse 7. It reads, "What then Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for."
Right. So Israel is seeking for something. All right. They seeking for answers. They seeking for knowledge. They seeking for a way out of their current condition. All right. But our people are being led astray in a lot of ways, man. There's a lot of stumbling blocks out there. But the elect are gonna obtain it. Go ahead.
It says, "But the election hath obtained it,
All right, and the rest
were blinded."
And the rest were blinded. See? Only the elect are gonna be able to find this truth. That's why we come out here and say, like, hey, and there's a lot of videos going up that the elder and apostles are putting out saying, like, hey, if Jake can't get it, we moving on.
Right.
You know? Because we understand everybody, this truth isn't for everybody. Everybody is not gonna get it. Everybody is not gonna understand. You know? All we're doing is coming out here and we're fishing for the elect. In the book of Matthew, Yahushua said what, man? But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. So we're out here for the Israelites, but we're out here for the elect of the nation of Israel, because they're gonna be the ones to obtain it. Go ahead, bro. You gotta be safe.
This is Hosea 4:6 going to, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." As you're saying, that our people are destroyed of it. They constantly are looking, as the brother said, they constantly looking for something, but they're always finding the things that are not going to benefit them.
Yeah.
And it says, "Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee." Going back into the fact that they hear what we saying, but once again, they reject even what we are saying.
Yeah.
It ain't cool enough. It ain't what they want to do. That change.
Yeah, because the knowledge that the one that they're refusing is us. The one that refusing is the Lord. Because the Lord said what? When you go and speak, it's not you that's speaking, but the Spirit that's speaking to you. And whose spirit are we speaking? Whose spirit is speaking through us? It's the Heavenly Father and His Son. Right? So when they deny us, it's really, we're not coming out here with our own message. We don't do that. We speak expressly against that. When we come out here, we preach the message of the Lord. So what happens is what? Those in the world that had no part of Yahushua, now they want to buck up, want to talk shit, they want to put you aside, push the word aside, say, I want to hear your thoughts. Why don't you want to hear the Lord's thoughts? That's what you should be concerned about. I ain't going to save you. I ain't even going to try to save you.
Right. And that goes back to Isaiah, the first chapter, God is one of the passages that's script. A lot of people do not consider it perfect.
Right. Yeah, because a lot of people, the thing is, pursuant to what is that, Hebrews 12, word of the Lord is sharper than any two-edged sword, and a lot of people get cut by the word, and then they get in their emotions, man. But that's because hey, the Lord didn't want you to receive it. You know, he didn't want you to receive it.
That goes into he shall send with strong delusion that he should believe a lie.
Right.
That's because who did that?
Yeah.
Who made you want to believe in Egyptology and the Nation of Islam and so on and so forth, and black nationalism or Hispanic nationalism or Chicano nationalism, whatever you want to call it? Who made you believe that? Ultimately, the Lord made you, travel that path.
Yeah.
But that's what He wants you. He wants you to be numbered to His Lord, man.
That's right.
And He got a small remnant of men that He is predestined for salvation.
Exactly, man. It's a reason, like the brother said, that your spirit resonates with all of them off-fast doctrines, man. See, let's get that real quick at Ezekiel 34.
Ezekiel 34:5, and they were scattered because there was no shepherd, and they became meat to all the beasts of the field when they were scattered.
See, and that's what our people are right now, man. A lot of people are preying on the ignorance of our people, the lack of knowledge, man. That's what brother brought it out. That's why our people are destroyed. And all of these heathens have been confederate against us, man, and they've been using it all against us. They've been making usury out of us. They've been making merchandise out of us. You see what I'm saying? They sign us to these contracts. And I was, as a matter of fact, watching that Arab movie the other day, and I was looking into the information about, you know, how Jordan, he was the first athlete to basically say that I want a revenue share of every shoe that's sold, and he built that into his contract. He was the first one to do that shit. But when you look at the contract he signed, he still got fucked. Yep. Because he's only getting 5% of the revenues that he make, and Nike is responsible, Jordan, I should say, is responsible for selling hundreds of billions, hundreds of billions of dollars in Nike products and merchandise every year, and he only getting fucking 5%. So people are astonished at the fact that, you know, he's a billionaire, but who is the dude that owned the fucking company? What is he? So our people are meat for these heathens, man. Why? Because we're scattered, and then they for a period of time they had no shepherd. Okay, that's why the role that we play in this thing is so important.
Yeah, you even have to do the Hot Cheeto guy. There's a movie on that. Like they'll show the movie and they'll fucking glorify the fact that he was able to get this high position as being a Smith right off the street. But then they won't fucking show the fact that he fucking made that product that sold billions of units in a matter of a few years, and all he got was a job.
Yeah, they use them.
He didn't get the income from it.
Because they use Jordan, because Michael Jordan, because Jordan's, the shoe, it's part of judo culture, man.
Yeah.
It's part of so-called Jake culture now, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody
wear it, man.
Because everybody wants it now. The resale value on a pair of J's, bro, could be $500 to fucking $600, bro.
Yeah. Even more than that sometimes, $1,000, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, this is decades after the man retired from basketball.
Yeah.
This is the type of impact that Jake has on this society, but Jake still don't have no power and no rank.
Hey, and then the Cheeto guy, right, in the movie, he said they told the dude, like his manager told him, he's like, what do you mean a product? Like he was trying to, because he tried to tell him, hey man, I came up with this stuff, I think it's gonna be fire. Just try it. He said, what do you mean a product? It takes years and millions of dollars to come up with a new product. Yeah. So here it is. He made it in a few months. So he saved them years and millions of dollars. But he didn't get that cut. He got a job.
He got a made up position, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's like something to the effect of multicultural.
Yeah, multicultural marketing.
Multicultural affairs, something like that. So they created a job position that didn't exist before just to appease him, man.
Yeah.
Let's say, okay, we'll break you off a little bit extra bread.
Yeah.
You know, say, but we're gonna make billions of dollars off the idea that you had.
See? Yeah. He just gave you a job. That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
You realize how many products they came off of Hot Cheetos, bro? A product that's so global. Globally, bro. So we got little fucking nigga women and fucking Instacrites that can't wake up without bagging Cheetos. And this nigga, then they fucking get one cut of that check.
Bro, see? And these are just like a few small examples of many, all right, of our people just being made meat, okay? If you can run that scripture back again, and then we'll get the next verse.
Ezekiel 34:5, and they were scattered because there is no shepherd.
Right.
They became meat to all the beasts of the field, but they were scattered. It says, my sheep wandered through all the mountains and upon every high hill.
Right, and that's what our people are doing, man. They're wandering aimlessly. You know, they sleep, all right? And we're telling our people, we're trying to call them back, you know, the things that they have lost back to remembrance through the preaching of His word, all right? So our people are just scattered amongst the hills, you know, these various places, and they're just wandering, man, in darkness. They're wandering in darkness. We're trying to wake them back up to this light. Go ahead.
It says, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth.
Yep.
And none did search or seek after them.
Right. Wasn't nobody trying to say you, Jake. Yeah, it was too lucrative to keep you in that dead state.
Yeah.
It was, you know, all these heathens have been made rich off of our labors. So why the hell would they want you to wake up to who you truly are, man, so you can come back into that old way You can start standing
why
up.
in verse 5 it says they were meat for the beasts of the field.
Yeah.
Right.
The other nations.
Right.
They became a source of food, income, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So they just use you, Jacob, as a source of income, man. That's seen through the entertainment industry, the music industry, the sports industry, Hollywood. They use Jake as a source of income, man.
Yeah.
You're feeding them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're providing them with household.
Yeah.
You know, you're providing them with delicacies, man.
Yeah.
You know, just like he used his car in the fucking field to pick his food.
Right.
You know, we were a people used, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we get no benefit. They get all the extravagance of life. We just get the scraps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll use so-called Mexicans to make it. And they'll use Judah to fucking promote it. If you want it hot, put it in the hand of a Judite. Right? It makes no sense how fucking Cardi B and her fucking husband, what's her husband? Offset or whatever the fuck his name is. It makes no sense that these niggas could have a fucking McDonald's meal that's been there forever.
Yeah.
And somehow they have their own meal put on a commercial and
Hey,
niggas
well,
are fucking buying it like crazy.
Right.
Got Jack in the Box.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, that's because if you put it in Judah's hand, it's gonna make it hot. Like these heathen have literally used Jake for everything, bro. It's wild when you really go into it, man. It's wild how much they use this, bro.
Yeah. Get Deuteronomy 28 and 33 real quick, man. Because this proves that these curses are really upon us, man. You know, hey, we keeping these Edomites, you know, they're properly well managed and shit. You know, we're cooking all of their foods in their fine steakhouses and shit.
Yeah.
We're not enjoying any of the fruits of our labors, man. We're under these curses, and you can see that they're heavy upon us. You know, brothers is bringing out example after example, all right, of how we became meat for the beasts of the field, man. These heathens, all right, they're preying upon us. You gotta put that. Oh, go ahead, bro.
This is the book of James chapter 5 verse 4. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is in you kept back by fraud, crying, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
Man, if I could say on that, this is why you have people literally just leaving the workforce now. Because they see there's no fucking up. They're trying to find every way. Like my job, I work with disability, and I know why niggas just disappear. Because as long as they disappear, they're gonna get that check for another 3 months. And because you gotta follow certain rules, so you can't just fucking close their shit up. They're gonna get that payment for another 2 to 3 months, and then in that meantime, while they know they shouldn't be supported, they already out there getting a job, so they get 2 paychecks, so they get back up. There's a reason why people aren't even fucking going back to work anymore, because they see it's not helping, it's not working, right? You had a video with that nigga woman that sat there and said to her man, with that nigga woman that said to her man, I ain't working no more. Figure it out. Why do you think people are like that? Because shit ain't working, man.
If I may say too, you got a lot of dollar stores where they won't open because they don't have no personnel, you know. And the thing about it is, you ask them like, hey, why are you guys closing so early, you know, or why do you guys don't work certain days? And it's like, because they got nobody to work, you know. And the thing is that the minimum wage ain't cutting it. You know what I'm saying? If you a single mother, even a single father, and you working at the dollar store, and you making like what, $15 an hour, when you add it all together at the end of the day, you can't make it for rent. Let alone gas, let alone light. You know what I mean? And the Lord sees that, man. The Lord hates that, man. The Lord hates that injustice, man. The Lord is he's a power of justice. You know what I mean? That's why those that work in the fields, and you can symbolically link that to America and all the occupations, all the trades, all the commerce, the industry. It's like you need 2 or 3 incomes, man. We go into this all the time. All the time. We always talk about this, man. You need like 2 or 3 adults working in the crib just to keep it flowing, just for you to have money in your pocket. Everything else, you just lay it on bills.
They said since the 1960s, since like the 1940s and 60s, production is up 2,000% but the wages are only up 17%.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then you're just balling out of control.
Yep.
While the man at the bottom is always trying to chase to sit here and be able to just afford life, which you're making so they can't afford.
And what do they tell you at the plantation? What do they tell you? Just keep working harder, man. Just keep putting in more hours. You'll get there. You'll get there one day, and you'll be like, yeah, you're right.
There ain't enough hours you can put in to pay the tax. There's not enough hours you can put in to pay the tax because it's just always been going up. So if the taxes are always going up, but your check is only going up 17% within the last fucking, what is it, like 60 years?
Yeah.
70 years? Like 17% ain't nothing. 17% on a dollar is 17 cents.
And
So that means out of $100, you only made an extra $17.
And if I may say it, that's why they're always pushing this shit you see on TV, man. That, and they use Jake, right? Well, they use Jake in the music video, throwing the hundreds, wearing the clothes, wearing this, that, and the third. Trying to promote this dream, man. This American bullshit that you can attain this if you just work hard enough. And I'm not saying we're not saying hard work is not admirable or you shouldn't do it, because obviously we have to work. We're just saying that the system is flawed, man.
Well, those videos, what they're mostly promoting is spending.
Yeah.
That's what they're promoting, man, because that's how Esau gets his kicks on, man. He needs you to be the consumer. So when he has these Jake up here, showing all these material possessions, then he's promoting that you spend money on that, man. He's promoting that you whatever you work for, that buy that first. Yeah. Buy the Jordans first. Buy the gold chain first. Buy the nice dreads first. Don't worry about anything else, man. Because that's how Jake does, man. What's that movie? What's it called? Baby Boy. When he looks at that bald-headed dude, I forgot his name. He's talking to
Guns and butter.
Yeah, Guns and butter. It's hard to go like that, man. You break it down like that, man. So they promote spending, man. They promote you coming out of pocket to buy their shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this real quick. The brother's talking about how basically we're in that whole position. Deuteronomy 28 and 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Right. And that's what's happening, man. He said, he should lend to thee, and thou shalt what? Does it say not lend to him?
It says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Right. Is that not what we see happening? Did the history not come out about redlining and these kinds of things that this devil has done, man? If you want to go and buy a property, which is one of the staples of building any kind of wealth in this nation, then you have to go to a bank, and you have to get a loan. All right, you got to go and take a mortgage out on that home. With interest, man. That's this devil's usury. But what was they doing, man? They wasn't allowing Jake to get that loan, man. Yeah. They wasn't allowing Jake to be able to establish themselves and get that home. So what Jake is now so far behind everybody else, man, still trying to catch up.
Or they gave him a loan on contract.
Yeah.
The loan was just a contract instead, where if they violated the contract anyway, and Jake didn't notify Brett, to where they would lose all the equity that they had in the home and they'd be out of there, and then they would just sell the home like it's brand new again, or for more, because over time the asset appreciated.
Right. That's right.
How it always did, Jake. It's fucked up.
It's fucked up how this devil do us, and then the other thing is Jake, they redline Jake. Even if you are able to get a home, what do? They appraise it at a value that's so much far less than it's worth. So that even if you did build up some equity in the home, even if property values around your neighborhood, sold for a certain amount, then Jake try to sell his house and they come in $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 lower. So you still fucked, man. These are all these curses that's upon us, man.
I got a testimony that there was a woman, she was saying that she was going to sell her house, and then when the appraiser came to look at the house, they did the experiment. First there was a Jake woman that met the lady, the appraiser, and there was a Edomite woman. The Edomite woman got a higher appraisal than the Jake woman on the same property.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's like
that's
250,000 more.
yeah. Also, what Esau does is that and then when he does give Jacob a loan, he puts him in these poor neighborhoods.
Right.
And then what do they do after that? They buy out those poor neighborhoods, and they build rich. They build what do you call it? Apartments, luxury apartments, so on and so forth. I forgot there's a term for it. Gentrification, man. They do that, so basically they're making money off Jake, man. They buy the property cheap because they value it cheap because Jake lives there, but then they build a high value, so-called high value property or real estate on there, and then they make more money, man.
Yeah. And they move Jake like cattle, bro. Because the way that stuff starts is like the new neighborhood is always going to be Esau goes in there first,
right?
And then they let a few Jake get in there. Then they put more Jakes in there. Then they take away the fucking good businesses and cause crime rate to go up. Right? And then, like they really do. So then, when the crime rate goes up, they're like, okay, now it's time to sit here and buy all that stuff at a cheap price,
right?
And chauffeur these niggas out of here. They move Jake like cattle, bro.
Yeah.
The same thing they did in Louisiana. When them levers broke, what did they do once they fixed them? They got Jake all up out of there. Now they got all the Edomites up in there living high. Same thing they did in New York when Queens and different places like that, where Jake was predominantly at. What happened? Got him pushed out, as the brother said, got him pushed out, and now you see a lot of Edomites down now.
They were burning the buildings, and the insurance companies were getting money off the building burning and shit.
Yep.
They gentrify the shit out of it.
Yep. Right. They're using intimidation too. Your grandma got that property that been in the family for 30, 40 years, you know what I'm saying? They'll try to shake grandma down, man, and intimidate her to get up out of there.
Did you see the same thing with that man that had that land? And the Edomites kept trying to attack him and his family because they wanted that land?
Yeah, man.
Well, they got that movie coming out with Leonardo DiCaprio, man. It goes into that one tribe, the Indian tribe, the Gadak tribe. Also, Ron will talk about a little bit about it, where basically that land, they gave it to Jake, man, because they saw no value in it.
Yeah.
And basically, I don't know the whole story, but a quick summary of it was that they discovered oil in that land, man. And those people were like, it was a community of Jake. And the funny part about it was about a few miles away from what was that place that they
Tulsa,
Oklahoma. And what they did was that Edomites married into the family, man, and they were basically killing off all the descendants of that people that basically got the rights to that land, man. Yeah. So.
And it was Gad.
Yeah, it was Gad.
And they poisoned him, and then the dude got found in Supreme Court that he was the one doing it. He got found out by the FBI, got arrested, was put in jail.
They let him go.
And then they let him go and acquitted him. Because they already got the money off the land because he already fucking had the rights, so he let him get it. That's how they roll. I mean, that nigga was set up.
This is Deuteronomy 28:33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Right.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
See, that's what our people are going through. You know, the fruit of our labors, all these other nations are eating up, man. Every corner store in our neighborhood, it's a heathen that owns that shit, man, and we going in there spending all our money. You know what I'm saying? We're the employees at all of these companies, man, that's keeping these businesses built up. All right, and making the people that are at the top rich. You know, everything that we do, we're building all of the houses. You know, when you go into these construction projects, man, who you see out there, man? You see Issachar out there working, primarily. You see what I'm saying? All of these things are taking place. We're building up all of these great things for all these other nations to eat up, and we don't get to enjoy none of the fruits of our labors, man. All these other nations are eating that shit up. What they do to all of these musical artists that sell millions and millions of records, man. They control their masters, man. They control and can use their likeness even past their death. They're making money off of these people that are dead, and they families ain't getting shit out of it. It's man, these nations are eating us up, bro.
360 deals, bro.
Go ahead.
That's what they give to music artists. They give them 360 deals, and basically a 360 deals out of no matter what, everything you put your hand towards, we get a piece. That's a 360 deal. So if you want to sit here and you want to promote a company that does tech, well, guess what? You're gonna get a piece of that. Anything you use with that likeness that you make money for that music company for it, they get a cut of it.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna let you jump reset, but that's the whole reason behind that Hollywood strike that was going on recently. Because when you think about it, these devils, what they want to do is they want to replace the actual workers with AI technology. What they said they want to do is for like the screenwriters, when you talk about a movie, you don't have a movie without first having a script. All right, you gotta write that shit out and have a script that then you go hire actors that will actually play out the script, and then you have to have producers to actually bring the shit to life. But then now they want to remove the writers and replace it with AI and just have the AIs write the fucking scripts. But then what they want to do with the actors, they want to give them a one-time payment for their likeness and be able to use their image and the artificial technology to be able to just place them in movies moving forward. That's what the whole Hollywood strike is about. So it goes right with what the brother was just saying, man. This is the devil and his unrighteous dealings. This is how he moves. And it also gives you an insight into the mind of this devil and where he's trying to take this society. It's all about his fucking technology. Got something, bro?
Back in Deuteronomy 28 and 43, okay, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
That's what we see. All right, we're at the bottom. All right, we're the ones that gotta go to our enemy for the one of all things, man. When we want a job, when we want a loan, all right. And he's at the head of politics. He's determining policy that we gotta live by. The game is rigged, like brothers have said, man. The American dream is done. When you gotta go out there and labor the way that we gotta labor, and you can't even pay bills, and your pay increases ain't even fucking keeping up with inflation. All right, all that's doing is, hey, people are starting to peep the game. Like, this shit ain't working, man. This ain't gonna work, and that's why you see a lot of people, like the brother had said, they called it the what did they call it? The right. They call it like the silent resignations or something along those lines. And quiet quitting. Where people, they go to work and they don't even give an effort because they know that the payout ain't equivalent to the work that they gotta put out. All right, that goes in. If a brother can get that Job 20 and 22 real quick, if you hold that or whoever, get that Job 20 and 22, because this is actually starting to trigger rage in people. And they starting to peep the game, and they just like, well, fuck it, man. Like, we can't make ends meet anyway, so why do I need to come in here and try to be an all-star? Go ahead.
This is Job chapter 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
And that word wicked goes into laborer or workman. All right? So they're going to turn their attention to the ones that's oppressing them. All right, the more and more people start to feel the impact of inflation, of everything increasing, your rent increasing, the groceries increasing. You're not able to pay your bills and take care and hold down your household. The more people gotta sit with that shit and deal with it, it's just sparking up rage within them, man. And they starting to say like, fuck this, man. We gotta do something about this shit. So they're gonna start turning to these people like, hey, man, y'all either gonna pay us or we're not gonna fucking work for you. And that's exactly why this devil is coming with his AI technology, because he gonna say, if y'all don't wanna work, then fuck y'all anyway. Because I got this technology to replace you. You see what I'm saying? You got something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, this is ultimately precipitating the famine and the crash of the economy. Like the brother said, they want to make order out of chaos. They don't give a shit if you don't go to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like, yo, in their mind, they can make a system flourish and half of it's burning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's Esau's MO. Like he don't get, right now, so to speak, everything is somewhat, his kingdom is running fine, but in reality, man, if half the USA was on fire, he'd be cool. Because he's a damn devil like that. You know what I mean? He wants to rule, order out of chaos. You know what I'm saying? And they really believe in that shit.
Hey, bro, perfect example, man. You know, it's those Taco Bells and McDonald's that don't have no people working in there, man. You know, it's all self-sufficient, man. It's all self-running. You know, with no people in it, man. So, you know, so these devils, man. You know, plus you got Tesla. You know, and plus a few other companies. You know, that are working on what? You know, those bots, man. Those humanoid bots, man. You know, so these devils are pushing their agenda right along, man.
Right.
Yeah, you got to go with the times, man. You know, come back to the Lord.
That's it. That's it, man. You know, it all goes into his plans and the things that we have been wondering about with this CBDC. Them trying to get that implanted under your skin with universal basic income. It makes sense why he's draining all the people of their resources and their ability to live. That triggers the chaos that this devil needs to usher in a solution. Right. And so when people are struggling and this devil tells you that he'll give you 4,000 or 5,000 credits on a CBDC, you don't think that you're gonna get the majority of the population to line up for it? They're gonna be complicit, man, because they're already in a position of desperation. They're like, man, shit, I can just sit back, I can fall back, and this devil's gonna give me money. Like, it's a no-brainer to a lot of people because they don't have the spirit to understand what that means.
And that's why Paul Schwab said what? They'll have nothing and love it.
Well, they tested it out with those COVID stimulus packages. Remember those? They were giving people free money, and people were loving that shit, man.
Oh, yeah. They kept talking about what? Universal basic income? Yeah. That's what it is. So, universal basic income, because what you had that nigga Noel Harari, he sat there and said, what are we going to do with all these useless people when they no longer have a purpose because their jobs are taken over by technology? So what are they going to do? They're going to pacify you with what? Free money. And for a lot of people that don't have the understanding of the scriptures, you're going to think of that as a form of peace, right? Like the scriptures say, and by peace shall destroy many. But at the back end of that, the scriptures tell you, you actually have His word, you got to understand that the scriptures tell you what? The tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. So in the times where He's giving you something to sustain yourself, you don't even see the cruelty behind it because He's doing that to make you submit to that new system.
That's right. Hey, y'all got me.
Let's go with everything you brother just said. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Wow. So the oppression should make you mad if you're a wise man.
Right.
All right, because you don't understand. It should make you wise enough to understand we have no continuous city here.
And they said a gift should destroy the heart, man. When you get them credits on that CBDC, then you're gonna fall back. It destroys your mind, and you're not thinking about the situation logically anymore. Now the devil has settled you back into your comfort, which all he did was usher you into his new way, a new way that you don't even realize the type of control and the type of authority that you just gave this devil by submitting to that shit, man.
He hasn't even told you the fees that come with that new system. Yeah. So yeah, he might give you fucking $5K in a month, but he didn't tell you the fees. Oh, here's the fee for rent. Here's the fee for water. Here's the fee for food.
There's always a cost for something.
It's a fetal system, right? What do they call it? A fetal system, fee-based system. So that's what they're gonna do. That's why we're going into the market of this technology, right? They go into what? Programmable payments. They go into the digital ledger. That's what the FedNow system for is, a digital ledger. Basically, this is a detailed sheet of all your expenses for the month. So when you get that credit, yeah, you might get $5K, but then that credit comes in with all the fees where, okay, now you're left with $100, and you thought you was nice.
Right. And guess what else? That $100, they'll give you a due date to tell you that you gotta spend it by this date, or then you lose it. So
in the midst of a lockdown,
bro,
you can't even get to the store.
That's heavy, man. Right. So, are you seeing like what this is all leading to, man? Total control, like Alex Jones said many years ago. You know, they'll tell you when you have to spend the money, which means what? You can no longer save.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to have no pot of cash on the side. You know, that money in the shoebox under the bed no more. That for a rainy day, they're gonna make you clear out your fucking account, and then they're gonna throw some more back in there, and that's how they're gonna be able to control the flow of the economy. They're gonna be able to control the GDP, what's being spent. I'm talking about they're gonna have full control of everything because that's what this devil was aiming for.
They did it to Judah slavery. They freed them from slavery.
Yeah.
Was it called prop sharing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna make that catch obsolete, bro. So like, you're not gonna be able to fucking use it as a transaction like they did in India. I think they did it where they put a date where you had to go in and exchange all your like bigger bills.
Yeah.
And if you didn't do it by a certain day, those should were useless. You know.
Yeah.
So it forced everybody in. You don't want to lose your money. You already worked for it. You don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
So that's how they're gonna do. They did it. They did it also in China, right? They told you you have to spend the money in Jamaica, right? They put a limit on how many bills were circulating. They reduced that and told everybody, okay, you can only take out $200 in a day. So what? And then the lines piled up for you to be able to take out that $200. So you were never able to get to the front of the line and take out that money. Right. Esau has this shit planned out to the T, bro. We're not. Esau ain't Esau a bitch, but he ain't no hoe. Right? Yeah. Right? He know what he's doing, man. Or he a hoe, but he ain't a bitch.
Hey, you know?
Yeah, I got a quick article. And this is on the New York Post. It says Sam Altman's, and this is July 25th. It says Sam Altman's creepy WorldCoin crypto project has people lining up despite privacy concerns. It says people around.
If I may say one thing about that, though, bro, like the privacy concerns, why do you think they're throwing out the privacy concerns? Because they're gonna bring something into play that's gonna eliminate all the privacy concerns. That's what we were just talking about. They're gonna throw that chip in there, man. You know, because that's basically gonna secure basically all your information because it's gonna be with you all the time, man.
Yeah, what were they saying like 2-3 years ago? You can use the wallet. You can lose your wallet. You can lose your phone, but you can't lose your hand.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. So the thing that you can't lose for that system, like the brother said, that's going to kill that privacy concern. It's going to be something they put in you. There was an article that came out recently that said the bank, I think it was the Bank of International Settlements, which is the bank of banks. Like if you watch Game of Thrones, right? The Lannisters were rich as fuck, right?
Yeah, you have to.
So they said the Lannisters always pay their debts, right? They were rich as fuck, but the Lannisters had to go to somebody for that money, and it was that little weirdo, weak nigga in that black suit.
Yeah, with the bank.
Yeah, at the Bank of Banks, bro. That's the Bank of International Settlements, and he didn't go there all bugging bad like he does when he at home.
Yeah.
So that's who's talking. The Bank of International Settlements said that they're gonna have to come out with a implantable chip for the CBDC.
One more paragraph. It says, people around the world are getting their eyeballs scanned in exchange for a digital ID and the promise of free cryptocurrency, shrugging off concerns among privacy campaigners and data regulators. So they're getting promised that free cryptocurrency, and it says they're shrugging off, meaning they're just like, it is what it is about the privacy concerns, not taking into account that these devils are very crafty, man.
Hey, well, they're all insiders, bro. All these people that are basically setting up all these companies, they're insiders. You know, they're all getting their pocket lined up for pushing all this technology, man. You know, who's funding all these programs, man? You know, the CIA, the FBI, they give the funds to these corporations, man, to create these different programs. You know, they show you that in all these war supremacy, all these different movies, where basically the government works and funds different psyops throughout the world that creates this technology, just like they did with Ukraine, where Russia was saying that America had a lot of biolabs over there. That goes into all this, man.
Yep. Because that brother made the point that they're going to offer people so many credits. People are going to take them credits, man. Because people got enticed very easily when it came to the jabs. They had joints for jabs. They had different prostitutes you could have if you took the jab. They have free donuts from Krispy Kreme. So enticing the people is an easy thing, okay? Because they've done it before and they're going to continue to do it. You see, this article proves that as well, man. You got it, bro.
You're getting a free stuff right now. But basically, this is how Esau. Y'all don't know. The average person doesn't know. Is the so-called white man. This is how he's actually going to put the people into being into the system, man. Because his whole purpose, like the brother who's bringing up privacy, they're not worried about privacy, right? There's a reason why they're not worried about privacy anymore. Because what? They want to make sure and know who is out there and what they're doing, right? Did you find it?
our steps. That's what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Here, I
'Cause
got it.
they're not worried about privacy anymore. That's why you sat there and saw that what they wanted to have a way to be able to know whoever posts anything online. They wanted to know who posted, what they posted, so that they can penalize them. Free speech is out the door. This is why every time somebody says something, cancel culture kicks in. Because free speech and privacy, having the ability to operate autonomously, that shit's gone in the New World Order system, man. Right, you got it?
Yeah. This is Lamentations.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna start at verse 17. It says, Lamentations 4:17 says, "As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help."
See, that's that vain help. You're gonna in the midst of everybody getting laid off, because that's gonna happen soon. The economy is going down, bro, and it's planned. The scriptures talk about it. The money's gonna fail in Egypt, right? But in the midst of that, right? Read that one more time.
God, it says, verse 17, "As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help."
Right. So in the midst of that economic collapse, going forward, they're gonna offer the solution. We understand that everybody's having a hard time right now. And that's why, just like he had the speech when he was giving out the fucking 2Gs, right? The COVID pay or whatever, the pandemic payments. He had that whole speech. We want to make sure Americans are okay. We want to make sure we put a little money back in your pocket, right? It's gonna go from putting a little more money in your pocket to put some credits on your barcode, put some credits on your what do they call it? The fungible chips. What is it called?
The
NFTs.
yeah,
Non-fungible tokens. Or NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and basically the non-fungible tokens is basically like a membership card. That's why when they sold those, when those people are selling those non-fungible tokens, they have those different pictures and everything. What it really is a membership card. You got a membership card with an ID that puts you towards this system to show that you're part of the system. That's what it is, right? It's not a means to what? It's not a means to put money into. It's a means to put your ID, your identity on, so when they scan you, there's something to tie you back to. And that's what this whole system is for. So now, they're pulling out that system for the people. Go ahead, bro.
God, it says, in our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
And that's what Jake is doing. They keep looking. Look, niggas are really already talking about, oh, you gonna go out and vote? Fuck vote. Look what he did for you.
Yeah.
You niggas had what? Bill Clinton, Obama, and now you got Joe Biden, and they ain't never did not one fucking thing for you. Right? You niggas get everybody you want in office, and you always get fucked over. You're watching for a nation that isn't set up to help you, bro. Go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 18, "They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets."
And that's what's gonna happen. Because they're gonna lock everything down through that whole system. It's gonna be, hey, you can't operate outside of this parameter. That's what it's gonna be. When they tell you can only get so much money, they're gonna say you can only get so much money. When they tell you can't eat this, you can't eat it. That's the new system.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
Come. It says, "Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come."
You see? And that's what you gotta understand. The end is near. The end's coming, man. What this devil has propagated and what he's trying to set up in this earth, that shit spells the end. Right? Give me the Most High said it is bounds that cannot pass. Right? Because the Lord set up this devil to only go so far, and we're coming to the end of that fucking particular moment, man. Right? Only but it says the triumphing of the wicked is short. Right now they're boasting of their plans. They're literally going World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab talking big shit. Right? This nigga is a villain, talking big shit on TV, and nobody can say anything. Go ahead, brother.
This is Job 14:5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass."
Right? And that's what you gotta understand. This is the end of his bounds. Job, yeah. Right? Go ahead and get that revelation. The Lord has appointed this devil's bounds, man, and we're at the time with what? He's gonna try to push forth his enterprise, and that's when the Lord is gonna sit here and set up that roadblock. Go ahead, brother.
Revelation 13, verse 16, read, "He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their foreheads.
And they're constantly talking about it. There's a reason why this stuff is constantly coming out, right? It's starting to come out on mainstream media. And it's gonna say, and when you see it coming out more and more, you're gonna know that, oh shit, it's getting real. And there's a lot of Jake that's not taking the warning serious. And that's a fucking problem. We're talking about life and death. What did the prophet say? He said, today I said before thee, life and death. Choose ye which one you have, man. You're gonna have to choose. We're at the choosing point. Because that life and death is at the end of that chip, man. Right? You got that one I Job?
This is the book of Job 20 and I'll start at 19. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor.
Beautiful, bro. And that's what's happening. This is oppression of the poor. Because this system isn't set up for what? For the middle class, the just well off to actually survive. It's not. It's not set up for the everyday man to survive. This is set up as an oppression. This is a severe oppression. Right? He didn't, when he came up with America, he didn't say here come up with it so you niggas can wear bust down rollies and fucking chains.
Right. Go ahead. I remember back when high school, America did this like had to do like an essay on it, right? About raising minimum wage. And I remember I forgot what article I can't tell it from. So far, basically, no matter how much they raise minimum wage, the gap between like the working class, between the higher ups, millionaires, is so goddamn high that even if you raise like $20, $25, it's nowhere compared to what they make. Yeah. So honestly, yeah, this place isn't built for like the middle class or all working man, bro. I said this whole new generation, you realize, man, this ain't shit. Yeah. There is no American dream. There is no trying to get your own home. Like all that shit, basically. So what's the point? Yeah. What's the point working so hard? For not to get shit.
The price of rent right now is so high that you make it like in Arizona, you'd have to make 65 to 68K to live alone. To live in a one bedroom, not even like nothing like extravagant, to be able to live decently comfortable, right? To where you can go out and do something every fucking paycheck, right? You got to make at least like 65K a year. That's that's fucked up. That used to be bro. The average salary in America for a man is like 30 to 40K. Average salary in America for a woman is around like 25 to 30. So niggas are in positions where they can't live, but here it is, you got them talking about women don't need men. Motherfucker, your finances say something different.
Yeah. Because they go on these OnlyFans, they make all this extra cash, and they think they're good, man.
Social media made you want to live a lifestyle that's above the means that you have, man.
Yeah.
That's what America has. You know, they present to you a lifestyle that you yourself, with the means that you have, can achieve, man. So what do they give you? Credit cards, they give you credit, they give you all these different avenues so that you could enslave yourself to the system, man.
All it takes is one financial catastrophe to happen, and you're screwed. Yeah. All it takes is a flat tire, the car breaking down. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is a major medical emergency, and it'll set you back 6 months, man.
Yeah.
You know, so this system is designed to keep it prosperous, but Michael says it's not our best.
Yeah, well, that bitch, what was his name? The vice president of Harris. She was saying that they were mocking her because she basically said that Americans are like $400 away from an emergency to being bankruptcy. So like, let's say you had an emergency, like, you know, car problems or whatever. Yeah. Most Americans will go bankrupt over that, man.
Yeah. You gotta be ready to cash out your 401k. Look that shit up. A lot of people don't even know, man. I just found out I had a fucking a savings account somewhere. I didn't fucking remember. I'm calling them motherfuckers on Monday. Run me my money.
Hey, but even then, when you try to take your money from that 401k, they tax you,
and
then they fine you. Because it's a fine that you pay for taking it early, and then after that, you get a tax on that income.
They tax you to take it out, and they tax you, and they see it as extra income, that earned income.
Yeah.
So when you go through your taxes, they tax you twice again on that.
Because they raises the income that you made for that year, that so-called year, right?
Wow.
This is the book of Psalms chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Yeah, you know, so, and you know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. You know, let them be taken, and they're going to be judged for for what they've done, man. All their, you know, the little wicked schemes, everything to keep, Jake poor, because we are the poor, man. You know, the scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You know, their portion is in this life, like it tells you in Psalm 17th chapter. So let them be taken in the devices that they've imagined. It's ultimately, it's all a witness against them. You know, their credit system, their always keeping the system unbalanced. You know, here it is. You know, gas will be $3.79. This is what it is right now. Last time I got gas. You know, but you know, look at the food. The food, you know, the food's going up.
Yes.
You know, it's always an imbalance. It always keeps you, you know, behind. And see, all those things are a witness against Esau.
Yeah. Yes. The fact that you're making somebody pay $4 for a box of poison, that's cheating.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why Yahushua was like, thou art poor, but thou art rich.
Yeah.
Because we're poor to society, but spiritually we rich, man.
Yeah.
You know?
The Lord say,
Scripture say, possess ye all things, man.
I want to say I worked on that food shit, right? 'Cause I work in restaurants and shit, bro, and I see like, all right, the profit margins are like on each plate basically. Like for one of them, like the profit margin like on like a small ass order chicken tenders, like $15. They told me like, yeah, it only costs about like $4 to $6 to make it.
Wow.
But they make you basically twice as much.
Yeah.
Basically, they're getting their shit back and more.
Right.
And plus, like, no one said, like a whole chicken breast like $1. They're trying like $20 for this shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got two quick ones for y'all. This is Habakkuk 2:2. This brother talks about Camilla Harris. She accidentally said she's trying to reduce population. So
Yeah.
make sure people caught that too, man. This is Habakkuk 2:2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run and read it there. So we make it plain, let you know that that day of having cash stacked away or selling drugs, all those things can be done away with, man. You can't. It's a digital world. You can't make it rain at the strip club. All those things will be done away with, man. There's no money under the table no more, man. All right, one more quick one out. This is Isaiah 14:6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hinder it. So in your mind, you persecute the so-called white man. That ain't right. But none hinder him. Nobody's gonna stop him, man. Unless the Heavenly Father's gonna stop him. But you ain't. Every time I get a petition, get 20% of American people to speak up against it, that won't be enough, man. See, prophecy is taking place. Everybody gonna have to fold down to understand the Bible is speaking up loud, man. You know what I'm saying?
This is the book of Job, chapter 20, and back in 21. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods.
Yep.
In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
See, in the fullness of his sufficiency, that's where we're coming to. We're coming to the time where his plans are starting to be fulfilled. Right? He's literally moving. This nigga is moving on demon time. He really is. The way in which shit is going so fast and under people's radar is just it's astronomical, man. It's crazy. You're talking about the Fed now, bro. The way that shit works is wild, man. They're telling you, they told you in the Fed now when they passed the legislation for it that they said they can go into bank accounts and transfer the money. So you got money in one bank account and somehow these niggas transfer it to whatever they want. Which they're telling you right there, they're gonna transfer your shit into the system.
Hey, that means that they could freeze it too.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, when the economy collapses, there's no guarantee that, whatever money you had in your account, that it's going to transfer over.
Yeah.
Well, during the Great Depression, a lot of these people lost everything, bro. So, like, what makes you believe that it's not going to happen all over again?
Right. And another thing, too, man, there's been banks that have been shutting down.
Yeah.
There's people that have been lost some of their funds, So all these are devices. These are all, trial runs, man. This devil, he studies all manner of oppression, what does the scripture say that he, in the book of Psalms 64, that he, the inward thought of every one of them is deep.
Yeah.
Hey, if you think about it, they're all hits too, bro. They're all hits because the Depression was a hit. You know, there's this the 2008 crash. That was a hit by the elites because they created that whole shit, man.
Yeah.
There's this movie where basically people were. There was months before where people were bringing up all that info that there was a bubble and there was a lot of birds. I can't remember the name of the movie. And a lot of people got rich off that shit, man. The majority of people suffer though, but there was those people that had the inside of it and they became rich, just like with the Twin Towers. You know, some people got a phone call, hey, don't show up to work today. Right? You know, so like, they're all hits, man. They're all psyops, like Apostle Tohar calls them, you know?
Right, in the scriptures, man, you know, it talks about the rich and it talks about the poor. But it doesn't talk about no middle class. You know what I mean? So when he calls it all most small and great to receive that markets, man, you know, he's really saying, you know, if you don't get it, you're not gonna be able to operate in society, and the rest of y'all just gonna be outcasts. We went into that the other day, man. You know, if you think a persecution through the number 19 was bad, you know, wait till you know they start letting this markets go. They're gonna start looking for people who don't got the you know, they're gonna be calling the police, man. It's gonna get very hectic, man.
Hey, and it's been stages too, bro. Because FDR, what did he create? He had the New Deal. You know, and basically through that program, he so-called got people back into working. Well, that's where that Social Security came into play, where they tagged everybody now. And then they did the Gold Confiscation Act, where they took gold from the people, so-called calling it that it was gonna help out the economy, man. You know, so there's a lot of evil that these people have done, man. So these plans go way back, man. Hey, FDR, these were all Masons. Where do you think the Cold War started? Stalin, FDR, and Churchill, they got all together and they basically planned out who the next big enemy was, man. And that's where the Cold War came into play. That's right. You know? And that's where what happened during the Cold War. They took basically the world currency out of the gold, man. You know, during 1970, that's where they killed JFK. You know?
And then around the same time that they ended the gold reserve, right? At the same time they did that, they came up with the Brett-Stiegel Act.
Yeah.
Basically, the Brett-Stiegel Act was them saying that banks can no longer use your money, your deposits, as collateral in financial investments, right? So that's basically what happened. So before, during that collapse, when they were taking away the fucking gold reserve, banks were legally able to sit here and take your deposits and use them on the stock market however the fuck they wanted. The Brett-Stiegel Act said, no, we can't use customer deposits to be able to fucking gamble on the stock markets. Right after that time frame went by, and right before the 2008 crash, they took away the Brett-Stiegel Act. So that's why a lot of people lost everything, because those were your deposits they were using on the stock market. When the stock market crashed, your deposits went away, you didn't have anything. And that shit is still in place now. They can legally take your deposits. That's what happened with the crash with the Silicon Valley Bank. They took people's deposits, they over-leveraged them to the point where they couldn't get enough liquid to pay people out when they wanted to take their money, so it caused the crash.
And that's why it's wise to know, or Edomites moving away, certain of them, where they're aware of what the FDIC insures in case a bank or a financial institution goes insolvent.
Yep.
And it's only up to like $250,000.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, anything over $250,000 is a loss if a bank is declared insolvent, because the FDIC will come in and basically pay out those deposits up to $250,000. Now the thing about that is the FDIC is bankrupt too. That's why you know we're truly at the end of this thing, man. I was gonna say that movie you was talking about is called The Big Short, bro.
Big Short, that's it. That was it.
I got one. This is the book of Psalm 64, and we'll start at 4. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
Bro, these devils have literally found out every way to sit here and entrap you.
Yeah.
So why the fuck are you sitting there thinking that you're gonna be able to walk around like you're gonna be free? This ain't a system to be set up to be free.
Right.
Read that last part again.
Con. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily.
That's that private snare, where everything is wrapped up in legislation. You never know.
Oh yeah.
Right? average everyday person, that shit is fucking hard as shit to understand, right? The Lord got brothers teaching it and everything, so they break it down for you. So now when you read it by yourself again, you can understand it better. That's why brothers able to go into that stuff. But ultimately, the average everyday people, man, that's a snare that you never understand. Right? Go ahead, brother.
It says, they commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Yeah. You will never fully understand how this devil's moving because he moves in a way that an average person isn't able to comprehend. For you and me, it's like, oh, you owe me money, I'll send it to you. For him, you gave me money, you signed this contract, and in the fine print, it said, that's my shit, as long as I want it to be my shit.
And you were like, where was that? It's like, that's on page 58.
Yeah, page 58, in the fine print.
Yep. Paragraph this,
that.
Yep.
Article V1.
Yep.
Yeah.
2C.
And then you get a highlighter to read it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, it is.
You gotta pull out a microscope.
That's why there's that saying in the world, man, the devil's in the details.
Damn. The second Esdras 4, verse 37, it reads, by measure you have measured the times. By number you have numbered the times, and he does not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
You see, the Lord has a perfect recipe in this thing, man, for prophecy to happen, and that's what you're seeing is the recipe starting to come. Right? By measure he had measured. What are you seeing the measurements that are coming out to this end recipe, right, of the destruction of Babylon? Right. You're seeing homosexuality rampant. That goes back into the scripture. It says leaving Sodom and Gomorrah is an incept. You're seeing the devil roll through with the whole mark of the beast system. That moves to what? The prophecy of the mark of the beast. You're seeing Jake literally going away from the doctrine. These are all measures that the Lord said that would happen that are coming to bake this cake of just straight up destruction.
That's right.
And the Lord's not going to move nor stir them until all those measures come together, man. It's like when you're making a cake, man, you pour the dry in, right? You measure the dry, you stir it up, you make sure it's incorporated, and then you measure your wet. And then you start pouring it in, and then you stir it. You don't sit here and start stirring it dry for no fucking reason, right?
Yeah, it's another good sign of false prophets, bro.
Yeah.
Because, hey, a few years back, man, you'll see different groups, and it was like, okay, well, they still got it. Now it's just waxing worse and worse, man, where it's like, it's obvious that these men have either been paid off or took some type of deal with Esau, man. Okay, because they're not really telling you what the truth is, and it's like a Habakkuk, the brother Fred, Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, that at the latter days it should become basically obvious, man, what these prophecies meant and what they entail in these latter days.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Acts 20 and 26. It says, wherefore I take you record this day that I am pure from the blood of all men, for I have not shunned to declare unto you all the counsel of the Most High.
That's right. That's right. And see, the Heavenly Father in these latter days has raised up prophets, okay, here in Babylon to declare the whole counsel. Going back to Luke, the 1st chapter and the 70th verse, the Lord said that He always spoke by the mouth of His holy prophets since the world began. And that's something that we constantly speak about, the elect. Of this being a spiritual gathering, that the Lord in the latter days will visit His people, pour out His Spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. And that's what you see out here. You see men prophesying what? The things that are on the earth before they happen. Okay, matter of fact, if you give me a second, there's the 9th chapter, because I saw this video by this the Next News Network. They were talking about the chariots, the UFOs. Is this technology or is this biblical prophecy? And that's another thing too. They've been saying that they can no longer keep, all right, the existence of UFOs a secret. These are signs, man. The weather, okay, the technology, okay. We were just talking about it, a second ago. You go into a Walmart, there's no cashiers, and to the average person, that's like, an improvement. That's like that's nothing, or you know. But to us, you know, you start looking at it, you're like, okay, so there's no people to man these registers anymore. Okay, and then they got the scanner on those things. Okay, this is, and we got a sign, you know, the MOTB sign, where they have that dude, his mouth is all open, and they scanning his forehead. These are all signs, okay, of what was prophesied, and the Lord has set up men, okay, to speak these things, okay. And the brother, you know, tells about what's going in, you know, on the system, you know, the MOTB, and how it's really, you know, you're not going to see it until it's too late, okay, unless you're of that chosen, man. And that's what we're here for. We're here to gather the elect, those that are like-minded. The scriptures even tell you in the 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, you know, worry about not those who perish, but somebody could get that from me. Seek out for those that are like unto you, because really that's what it's coming down to, man. You know, the Lord is making a division, okay? The Lord is making a division between the righteous and the unrighteous. Those are going to be saved, okay, and those that are going to be destroyed, okay? And there's signs. Let's get that first in the 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter.
Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said,
Okay, so
measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right, so we got to measure the time, man, in itself. Look at, you know, hey, look at you know, even from the times of Noah, the times of Sodom and Gomorrah, man. When you look at the world today and you see how very ungodly the people are, look at Noah, man. Noah, the scriptures say 8 persons were saved. Okay, Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, and the 5 neighboring cities. Why were they destroyed? Okay, for going after the strange flesh and things of that nature. The scriptures say that the Lord was crucified. All right, you know, in the city that was spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, these are the things you got to measure from that time to now, and we see that going on in our society to these days. And we can only put it together and conclude, okay, that we're at the end of the world. You know, we're at the end of the world, man. See, these are the signs. These are you know, the birth pangs. You know, the scriptures say these are the, matter of fact, can somebody give me that? The beginning of sorrows. Go ahead, brother, get that.
It says 2nd Ezra 9, verse 1. It says, finishing off, and when thou seest part of the signs past,
right,
which I have told thee before,
right,
then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
That's right. And we've seen some of the signs past, man. Okay? We're seeing some of the signs past. You know? We're seeing some of the signs come to fruition, even to this day. Okay? You know, we're seeing rumors of wars. Okay? We're seeing a famine of the bread. You know? A famine of food, but also a famine of the word. You know? You've been hearing it in the different countries, you know, where the governments are collapsing. You got dudes storming, what was that place? Was it, you brother remember that country where they were swimming in the president's pool? I forget the name of that place. But hey, let's not go too far. Look at here in America, they were storming the Capitol. I mean, bro.
They were going to the Supreme Court, Justice's house.
Yeah, like, hey, how come y'all didn't just nuke all those motherfuckers, man? But y'all want to just shoot Jake, you know what I'm saying, at the corner store because you don't want to get in the cop car. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have got out the M16 on all them dudes that was all sitting at the Oval Office and shit.
Right. And
should have
been a nasty.
Right. Y'all should have just, you know, laid them all down. But see, that goes to show you the injustice and the hypocrisy in this place, man. And we went in on that on the whole damn system, man. You know, it's like, you know, hey, we brought it out through the Spirit, man. Oppression maketh the wise man mad. You know, you sit back and you're just like, this shit is, I mean, bro, we got no choice, you know, but to give our lives, because this shit ain't worth living, you know? Let's see. You got that in Ezra's, brother? I got it.
This is 2nd Ezra 8, and I'll start at 50. So it says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world.
Right, many great miseries, man. You know? And you know, I remember one of the elders says, hey, nobody's happy. You know? No, you know, you know, brother was talking about a war between men and women. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? There's a war between men and women. You got all these women posting, but you got this influx of men right? These red pill men just like, yo, we through with this shit. You know, it's too much. You know, it's like really only men fall in love. It's like, you know, it's coming out. You know, Adam and Eve, it's coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. If I may say real quick, not to get on a woman, but I saw a video just to kind of further prove what you're saying. I saw a video. This woman was getting married, and they was standing before the pastor. And when they were reading the vows, when it said that she should obey, then she told the pastor to skip past that, bro.
Yeah.
She wasn't with it.
And they did, and they skipped
And
past
they
that.
did.
Right. You see?
Walked out.
You know?
That's how you know he fucked up.
Hey, that's a red flag like a mug, man.
That shit come.
Hey, you see a woman do something like that, man. Hey,
Where the fuck was his friends, bro? That would have said, you know, if anybody's in the
yeah, for real.
I would have grabbed that man and took him out of there.
Hey, give me they're not valuing for the truth. Give me that. Hey, that's real. That's real. They say that. They say that. If anybody have an objection for these two to be lawfully wedded or whatever, that's when you're supposed to be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But and that's the thing, man. There's no. Give me that in Hosea, bro. Where it says that there's no truth. Is that Hosea 4 and 6? I think it's above Hosea 4. What do you guys got?
I got that in Jeremiah.
Give me that, brother.
It's Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 3. And they bend their tongues like their bow for lies, but they are not valiant.
Salaki, run that back, brother.
Come on, Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 3. And they bend their tongues like their bow for lies.
Right, and a bow's a weapon, right? But you know you won't speak no truth, but yet you know you're quick to defend a lie. You're quick to shoot out some lies, man. And that's how our people are. You know, I was on social media. There was another Jake that was talking about Adam 22 and his woman and what they did. Y'all are up on that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to go into that. That's madness. You see what I'm saying? But you had a Jake that was, oh, that's their life, what they do in their relationship. You know, they're open like that, whatever. Bro, you look at the comments, bro, and everybody just agreeing with that shit, bro. Hey, this is the place. Give me that where the light is as darkness, man. Here in America, this place has become senseless, man. It's become senseless, man. You know, a lot of the people too. You know, they don't speak no truth. A lot of the people, you know. It just boggles your mind, for lack of words. It just trips you out how you know, here in America, like stupidity is increased. Well, the scriptures say what? Folly is saying great dignity. Okay. Matter of fact, let's finish that. You want it?
Come on. Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 3.
Yeah.
And they bend their tongues like their bow for lies.
Right.
But they are not valiant for the truth.
Right. Hey, nobody's valiant. Right? Hey, nobody stepped in that dude's wedding and said anything. No, you know, at the job site or anywhere else. You know, when you see some folly, you know, when you see some error, some sin, or some wickedness, nobody stands up. Nobody says anything, bro. You know, that's the type of society we live in, man. You know, you got all these people agreeing to what? Agreeing to a bunch of BS, man. You know, when we bring out this truth, oh, we're offensive. Oh, we're fear mongering because we're gonna tell you, because we tell you that the Lord's gonna destroy you, man. And that's what it's coming down to. It's coming down to, you know, a righteousness is gonna be uplifted and iniquity is gonna be quenched, man. Okay? At the end of the day, you know, a lot of people gotta come to understand that wickedness, you know, them lies that you've been living all your life, man, you're gonna get put to shame. You know? We're of those that believe into the saving of the soul, man. That's right. That's the type of get down we're about. But look at this world, man. Look at what it's becoming, man. You know? Did you finish that one?
Yeah, I can finish that.
Okay, cool.
It says, but they are not valiant for the truth.
They're not valiant for the truth upon the earth. Go ahead.
Upon the earth.
Right.
It says, for they proceed from evil to evil.
You see that? From evil to evil.
God, it says, and they know not me, saith Yahweh.
And they know not me, saith the Lord, man. Saith the Most High. People have forgotten the Lord days without end. You know? People don't pray. People don't fast. They don't read the scriptures. You see, day without end. This is, you know, I mean, you got people that I'm pretty sure they've gone years without praying. Ungodly. The Lord said he's going to come back and destroy the ungodly. You know? It's not a laughing matter, man. You got men out there, out here. You got, you know, you got believers out there, man. There's a remnant all over the earth, okay, that is coming to the understanding, coming to the knowledge, that are just, you know, through the Spirit, they're warning people. They're valiant for the truth. What's up with all y'all, man? That's what did the scriptures say? I believe, therefore I have spoken. So y'all with your works are showing that you don't believe. That, you know, what did the scriptures say? He that don't gather with me is scattered abroad. If you're not in this fight, you're scattering abroad, man. You with the lies, you with the deception, you with the evil and the wickedness, man. You see, and there comes a time, you know, Brother Shamar mentioned it, man. You know, maturity, man. There comes a time where you start looking at yourself as a man and be like, you know what, this shit doesn't work. You know, this type of lifestyle doesn't work, and these devils, they know it. They know it don't work, but see, they're the epitome of evil, and you know, and they're in rulership. And so, what do they push? They push it upon the righteous, on the Israelites. And what do people do? They just follow line, follow suit.
This is the book of Romans chapter 1, and verse 24 says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind.
Right, and see when the people are, when Jake is not in the Word, you know, the Lord will give you up to that reprobate mind. He'll give you up to that not knowing judgment, not knowing what is right. You know, the Lord will let you. Hey, remember, I'm reminded of that movie Ghost. Remember the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze when that dude, when the demons came for him. Remember that when he died and the demons came for him or whatever. But see, in real life, man, the Lord will give you over to demons, to a reprobate mind. You see what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand about the life that they live, man. About how blind they are to the darkness that there is in the world and society, and how it just corrupts you, and ultimately it's going to lead you to judgment. Go ahead.
God, it says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness.
Hey, run that slowly. Run it back. See, the Lord will give you up into all these different things, man. Okay? Because you don't retain the knowledge in your mind, the Lord will be like, go for it, man. Knock yourself out. You know? Go ahead.
God, it says, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of the Most High.
Haters of the Most High, man. Go ahead.
Despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
Yeah, so, you know, hey, a lot of people, they have pleasure in all those things, man. See, you know, a man of the Heavenly Father has to fight against all that, man. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of war we're waging. Okay? Give me Psalms. Rise up against me against the rulers of iniquity. Let's get that in Hosea chapter 4. Start at the top, Bible show.
It's the book of Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
You see that?
Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land.
Hey, what you going to do with no knowledge of the Most High? You're going to be a reprobate. And that's what our people are running around through the world like bugs, reprobate, man. You see what I'm saying? Not knowing that the judgment of the Lord rested upon them. You see? You got all these signs, man. You got all these UFOs. You got all these earthquakes, all these famines. You got all this political unrest, all this evil. You see? But yet, what do? They continue, and that goes to show you, man, that you know they're hey, certain are going to be saved in this life, man. Certain are going to take heed. Okay, they're going to be made purified, you know, and some are just going to be destroyed. And this we come out to tell you, you know, day in and daily, and also, you know, every Saturday we come out here to prophesy, to tell you what's going on. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, come on. Let's get that.
Psalm 94.
Yeah.
Come, this is Psalms chapter 94 and verse 16. It says, "Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?"
See, those are questions, man. Those are questions, man. Who's going to do it? Because we read it, man. Hey, people are what? They're not vying for the truth. You know, they're quick to shoot off lies, but, you know, when it comes to rising up for the workers of iniquity, you know, against the workers of iniquity, people are nowhere to be seen. You see? And that's what you see out here on these highways and hedges, man. That's what you see with these brothers teaching his gospel, teaching his truth. You see, because the Holy Spirit has now come upon the earth, that has now, you know, been manifest. The truth it's open. Okay, the truth is open in these latter days. Either you're going to receive it or you're not. Okay, and the majority of people are obviously they're not. You see.
2 Peter 2 and 7, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. We're talking about the whole Adam 22 situation. Brothers vexed, man. So our people need to be more vexed than anything. That social media makes everything normalized, but ain't nothing normal about it, man. Scriptures tell you to seek the old path, which the world denies the old path. They're talking about this new way of doing things. Right. Only if I'm going to destroy all these new way of doing things, it's going to go back to the old.
Yeah, because if you think about it, bro, I was growing up, we never heard some shit like that, like, you know, things like that, like on the extreme note, you know what I mean?
How much more people shall increase?
Just become more and more wicked, more evil.
Yeah.
Right. That's one more thing. I seen another woman too, man. She said the reason why a woman cries when you propose to her, she said she cried because her options are over with, basically, man. She said she don't want to be dealing with the same one man for the rest of her life. She cries. She's not crying out of being happy. She cried out of like she's disappointed type stuff, man. Back in the day, it was supposed to be honorable for a man to take you, you know what I mean, under his arm in a sense, man. You crying, man.
And you know what? And speaking about that, man, you know, I'm gonna just say this, man. Hey, the Lord's woman is being prepared, man.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And our women being disobedient to us, man, is just a similitude of you know of what we did to the Most High. How about Shemi Al-Shai, man? You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of a token of you know, a taste of our own medicine, so to speak, man. But you see all these evils in the world, bro. You know, and like we mentioned, man, it's senseless, man.
With that evil self, bro.
We still have that second Ezra 8.
Yeah, we can probably hold that one. Get that second evil shall increase.
Come on. This is 2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse 16. "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter."
Right. And look at you know, hey man, look at the Leave It to Beaver times, man. The 40s, man. Look at their TV. Just TV shows alone will show you, okay, what type of society and what was cool, what was accepted. Right? You didn't see no Cardi B's in the Leave It to Beaver era. In the black and white. Right, Andy Griffith. Yeah, con. It was all Pleasantville back then. You know what I'm saying? But look at now, man. Look at now. Look at this chick, Sexy Red. That song is horrible, bro. And you got people that are, that's another one too, about the abortion song. These people are going hard in wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we're seeing evils increase like never before, man. We're seeing you know, stuff that make a grown man blush, man. Unless you you cut of that cloth. Because the only people that are into that shit are the reprobate, depraved. You know what I'm saying? At some certain point, as a man, you got to put a line. You know what? Hey, I'm not gonna do that. You know what? I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? But going back to what we read about you know, the Lord giving you up into a reprobate mind because of that, because not retaining the Most High, days without end of being in the Word, praying, or any speckle of righteousness in your life, you start to uplift these things. You know, That's why the scriptures say, you know, be in the spirit, man. Because in this world will corrupt you, man. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, and with, like we said, with the rulers, you know, of these times, and they're pushing this agenda. Oh, this guy, Vladimir Putin, man. He just outlawed same-sex surgeries, man. You know what I'm saying? There ain't gonna be no transformers in his kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Can somebody give me Sirach, the 10th chapter? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what that does to society, bro? That whips people in check, bro. That puts people in line. You see what I'm saying? When you got someone like you know, that stature, right? The you know, putting down that law, saying, hey, you know what? You know, keep that shit in the closet. You know what I mean? What does that do? What does that do to a society, man? That sets a standard and lets people know, hey, you know what? This shit ain't gonna be tolerated. It's not gonna be allowed. But that's how you know that we're living in what? Spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And those were examples unto what would happen if you lived that type of lifestyle, man. And that wasn't that you know, the strange flesh was a big thing, right? Moism and whatnot. But that wasn't all. My brother had did a video, man. There was murder, there was a robbery, there was all manner of wickedness, that even what you see here. But now it's becoming, it's increased. It's disgusting, man. You know, you got to keep your wits about you, because if you don't, you can slide back into that bullshit, man. Get enticed by the devil, get overcome by this world, man. You know, matter of fact.
So when I say too, even in 2 Peter, it says after having escaped the pollutions of this world, through the knowledge of Yahushua.
Right. It's telling you straight up pollutions. What is pollution, man? Like you know, you ever see that fog? They show pictures of big cities. You see a big old thick blanket of fog. You know what I'm saying? You see the sewage that get dumped in the ocean. This is not a rest. This place will corrupt you, man. And that's what you're seeing in society. That's what you're seeing out here. This place is being corrupted. You know, and that's how they like it. You know, we went into that. You know, they want to build a city where, you know, where just madness just flows, man. They want to, you know, and they call Vegas Sin City, but really, you know, hey, the whole America is Sin City. They want to make it into Sin City, man. But this guy, Putin, yeah, he said that, man. He said that straight up. He outlawed, you know, the what do you call them? Transformers. He outlawed all that, man. Moism, all that. You got to keep that in the closet over there. You know, let's get that Sirach 10.
They don't fuck around with that shit. They be fucking them up. There's barely like these Russians fucking chasing these moles out there, man.
So Sirach 10 verse 1. It reads, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Right, a wise man will instruct his people. Hey, what is he instructing out there? To keep that in the closet, man. Get that, you know. But you got Obama, man. Hey, it's coming out that he's a fruit. There's dudes that I saw that on social media, man. There's dudes that say that they was actually with Obama, bro. Run that back, brother.
A wise man will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Right?
As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Right. So we just spoke about Obama and his fruitful past. So what makes you think the whole America ain't gonna be the same? They are. You see? But hey, Vladimir Putin ain't going for that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going for none of that. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right, but run that back, brother.
An unwise king destroyeth his people,
right?
But through the prudence of them which are in authority.
By the prudence of them that are in authority, and Lord willing, there's going to be a change of rulership, man. You see what I'm saying? You know, the scriptures say that, you know, the elect are going to be joint heirs with Yahushua. The scriptures say that you shall sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, man. See? So great things are coming, man, for the hopeful elect, for those that endure, you know, this world, man. What the Lord say? He says, I have overcome the world. Be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. That's what we have to do. We have to overcome this place, man. Because this place is through. Hey, we just went through it. We just spoke about it, man. This place is through. You know? Nothing really makes sense. Everything is unjust. You know, hey, we're the only species that pays to have to survive out here, man. You know? Not even the animals. Right? And supposedly we're worth more than the beasts of the field and the air, the fowls. But yet we have to pay. You know, you gotta pay to live, you gotta pay to die. You gotta pay to, you know, you gotta pay to be buried. It's like 10 G's plus, man.
If you're cremated, you gotta pay.
Oh yeah. To get into birth. Hey, you know what? It'd be easier to just bury somebody in the fucking dirt, bro. The backyard, right?
That's how it should be done. Because
Yeah.
now the earth gets the nutrients from that dead body and shit.
Exactly.
But now in this society, they fill you up with all kinds of chemicals. You know, they what they call it, embalm you.
Embalming fluid.
You know, and that shit kills the whole nutrients of the body, man. That could potentially go back to the earth. You know? That's just one little element of how Esau fucked everything up, bro.
Right. And see, that's why we say that this devil got a lot to pay for, man. He got a lot to pay for, man. You know? Go ahead.
I want to say that whole embalming shit. Basically, what they do, they take out all your organs, they fucking sew your mouth shut. Because all that shit, like, it's released when you die.
They fill you with that liquid, like it's like a
Formaldehyde?
the body, right?
Before it was like you spill like sand dust, you know, wood chips, wood saw and shit like that, or sand. That fills your whole body up. Yeah, when you die, hey, your body just goes limp. Like that's all it is. Like your eyes and things because hey, your muscles are relaxed, your mouth is relaxed. But now since all those chemicals are in you, it's like preserved and look nice for your death date. So this for one day, buried in like what a big ass, nice ass suit, a big ass casket for one day, and all that shit, all the nutrients that you could get back to the earth, and that's all destroyed now. Because it's buried inside a big ass casket.
That's crazy.
Yep. It is, man. It is. Go ahead. Run that.
Come on. It's Sirach 10, start verse 2 again. It reads, as the judge of the people with himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man that rule over the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And unlike king destroy his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right. Through the wisdom of those that are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And that's what we're coming to. We're coming to. You got that 2 Ezra 8 on deck, and that's what we're coming back to. We're coming back to a kingdom of righteousness. You know, we seek for a new heavens and a new earth where dwelleth righteousness. Because this place is straight unjust. This is not a rest.
Fine. Verse 5. It reads, second, verse 4.
Good evening, gentlemen. I just wanted to celebrate. It is a great day to see the black and brown men coming together and being unified. Y'all look great. I don't know what you're doing, but much respect.
We're teaching
You're
the
looking good. And it's hot as hell, so I hope y'all got water. That's all.
We're teaching the word of the Most High, lady. That's what we're doing.
Verse 4, and it reads, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Most High.
Give me
and in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable.
Yeah, one that is profitable. Yeah, in due time, the Lord's going to set over, okay, the kingdom, one that is profitable. If somebody could give me that scripture of, what does it say? The house of Israel shall be as the Most High.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's what we're coming to, man. We got a lady out here that said that it was nice to see so-called, you know, Negroes and Hispanics together, you know, in this heat, right? You know, she didn't know what we were doing, but she didn't stop either. You know, we're teaching the word of the Most High, man. You know. What do we got, brothers? No, go ahead. This brother got a precept.
Okay. Hey, because perfect, because you said she didn't know what we're doing. This is 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. You're talking about that pollution. And their hopeful works are fulfilled. Thus saith the Lord.
Right.
I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
You see that? The Lord's not holding his tongue. And who's his mouthpiece, man? Prophets. You know? The prophets are speaking about these things. Everything is getting the light shown on them, right?
This is which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
See that? Go ahead.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me.
That's beautiful.
And the souls of the just complain continually.
Hey, brother, run that back. That's beautiful, bro. That's a beautiful way to end the camp, man. Go ahead.
All right, it says, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Right, man. The souls of the just complain continually, and that's what we're doing. We sighing and crying out here for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. You know? And in that day, man, the Lord's going to send his angels, man, to destroy the wicked. Matter of fact, can somebody give me that? Where the Lord said he's going to redeem the just, sever the wicked and redeem the just. What were you holding, brother? You want? Yeah, give me that. Can you find that for me, Gabar? The Lord out of his kingdom, he shall take one from another and the wicked from the just, something like that.
This is Zechariah chapter 12, and
look at that word just, maybe.
In verse 8 it says, "In that day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem."
See that? In that day, the Lord's going to defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, man. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Okay, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, the Native Americans, the Israelites that were scattered all over the earth, they're starting to come up, they're starting to wake up, they're starting to prophesy, they're coming back into their heritage. This is our culture. Our culture isn't to be niggas and spicks, man. You know, our culture is to be righteous men. See, that's what we were created to be, man. You know, the Lord said that we are a nation of kings and priests with knowledge, man, of the herbs, of righteousness, of wisdom. We need to come back in power so we can govern the earth, man. Lord willing, we be those men. You know, those peculiar people. All these brothers are gonna have their own little lands, righteously dealing, being faithful over much. Whatever the Lord give you, man, hey, brothers is gonna come back. Righteousness is gonna come back. Truth, peace, equity, real justice.
You know, spiritually rich and carnally rich, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is what the righteous complain about this continually, man. Because the Lord is putting that spirit upon men to these days to be like, yo, this is through. You know?
I found that precept.
Come on, brother. And I'm gonna say this, man, and you know what? It is what it is. You know, there's some gotta be the righteous, some gotta be the wicked. We just hope that, you know, we're the righteous. Because we know what's gonna happen to the wicked. You know? You finish that out for me?
Yeah, come on. This is Zechariah chapter 12 and verse 8. And the reason that day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
God.
And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
God.
And the house of David shall be as Yahweh, as the angel of Yahweh before them.
Right, so hey, we're the house of David, Lord willing, man. You know, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The Israelites coming back, the election, they're coming back. That's the house of David, man. Okay? David had all the tribes in what? In unison. See? That's what's coming back in the earth. You know? You know, the unity of our people. You know what I'm saying? Which so long has been destroyed and broken. What you got, brother?
Sever the wicked.
Yeah, we'll get that in the we'll probably in the done.
I'll start at Matthew 13 and 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind, which, when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down.
Right, see? And so that's what the kingdom of heaven is like, that the word is going out, okay? And it's gathering a lot of Jakes, a lot of Israelites. You know, you got, you know, other groups, you know, other, you know, gatherings, you know. Then you got this gathering, man, which we believe, you know, wholeheartedly through the Spirit, man, that, you know, the Lord has led us to, you know, his apostles and prophets. You know, the great millstone, man. You know, this is not a light thing, you know. People just say, yo, a bunch of YouTube prophets, couch potato prophets, whatever the case. You know, but really, man, hey, you know, this could be the household of faith. This could be the pillar of the truth upon the earth. You know, the house of David, man. The election. It's not a light thing.
It says, and gather the good into vessels, but cast the bad away.
Right, gather the good into vessels and cast the bad away. Amen.
So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and sever the wicked. Oh, let me run that one. Matthew 13:49. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just.
You see that? The angels are going to come and sever the wicked from among the just. We're at the end of the world. Okay? What you're seeing is a spiritual awakening. You see? In which the Most High has spoken through the mouth of his prophets, which we hope to be, Lord willing. The scripture prophesied that the Lord pouring his spirit upon all flesh. What you see is it's not no 501c3. This is not of the system. Okay? This is of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right?
And it says, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire.
You see that? And cast them into the furnace of fire. So, with understanding that, hey, we're moving in a certain type of way. Understanding that, what time we're in. That we're in a war, that we're in a battle, that we're pilgrims, sojourning. We got to handle our business, but at the same time, that this gospel, this kingdom must be preached. It's somewhat of it's a calling. It's
our duty.
Yeah.
Reasonable service.
Reasonable service, brother. Yeah. For having been woken up out of the madness that was out there, it's a reasonable thing. It's the least thing we could do to win our salvation, to prove to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that we want to come back.
Much is given, much shall be required.
Right. Yeah, come.
And it says that, and there shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Wow, run that part back, that second verse.
Matthew 13:50. And shall cast them into the furnace of fire, there shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth.
There we go. Furnace of fire, there shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Okay? So, Lord willing, that was edifying. This is Great Millstone, Arizona. Right back another weekend to prophesy the downfall of America. Lord willing, you were edified. With that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash.
Right, until the next time, we want to say Shalom.
Shalom.